pretty nice job by Odorizzi tonight once he picked up the pace in the fourth.
Yeah, it was a struggle early. He just couldn't find his release point really on all of his pitches where the walks came early and the pitch count went up. He ended up going out of the stretch there, I think, to start the fourth inning. He said he had a better feel and he banded the windup. But, it's one of those nights. I mean, we talked about it after one of the half innings that, the good guys find a way to get through it, and somehow we got through 6 even after struggling early. Minimized the damage in the inning when he really was scuffling a little bit. Gave up the 3-1 hit there to play to run, but, he got off the field and got us through 6, which was big tonight.
And the release point, was that mostly related just to the weather?
Yeah, it's hard to say. It looked like he was. I think he was having a little trouble with the mound too. It looked like he kind of was landing a little bit funny a couple of pitches, but it's just hard to say when you have conditions like this exactly what it might be.
Did it feel a little like Lane's outing last night too, though, where he was struggling?
Yeah,
but kind of got the thing going in the right direction?
Well, Keiko had a little tough time too, so you would think that it's just somewhat condition related.
Keiko had 100 pitches through 4. What
Yeah.
do you feel about your guys' approach against him?
We try to be patient. I think he got a couple of calls early, but we kind of stayed with it, tried to get him up in the zone as best we could. We fouled off some good pitches to extend at bats. We didn't really bang the ball around on him, but we had some at bats that were really, the way we scored runs. You look at some of the, Garver let off with a hit. Grossman had a big hit there to get the run. Doze had a really good night as far as patience and getting on base, and Joe had a couple of big hits. So, we kind of spread it out. It was good to see Logan hit a couple of balls hard too. So.
Does it make your job significantly easier knowing you don't have to protect yourself against a lefty late from their bullpen?
I think there are obviously some really good left-handed relievers around. If your righties are good, they got some guys that have really good numbers against left-hand hitters. So, it gave us an opportunity to sit a couple guys and then try to match them up a little bit later on.
Was Reed not available tonight?
He was a little under the weather. So.
There's been so much talk about him, Rodney, Duke. How important is it for guys to emerge from the other group when you're missing a lead?
Well, I think, given the fact that we've been fairly rested for the most part, that I haven't, had to try those guys, but I think it's good early in the year when you can start putting those guys in and find some things out about it. Presser's been throwing the ball good, and he stepped up there and facing a good part of the lineup tonight was able to attack and extend us to the 8th inning. So yeah, we're trying to find out some of those guys that can step up for us. We're going to need them.
Was it a quick turnaround? Are you hopeful that Reed will be okay by tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm fairly optimistic that he'll be available.
You look at both teams at the plate. Is it a patient approach from both teams? Is it kind of baseball in 2018? What do you? Is it maybe a little bit of the weather and just trying to get base runners?
I think we're still learning. We have some guys that do it fairly well consistently. Other guys at times. Houston's got the combination of being able to hit for power and not strike out. And a lot of it has to do with their ability to foul pitches off and be willing to shorten up with 2 strikes and those type of things. But I think our guys see that how it plays. When you can make starters work and you can get into bullpens and you can do things like that. And, it's part of the maturing process for sure.